Many of you probably have colored your hair before, right? If you haven't colored your hair personally before, you probably know somebody who has. A mother, a friend, a wife, a coworker, anybody. Thousands of people color their hair every single day. Hair is part of a beauty industry, and the beauty industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry with new techniques and new trends coming out every single day. Now, one of the latest trends in hair coloring is the balayage technique, and that's what I'm going to show you today. I've been a licensed cosmetologist for 5 years now. I specialize in colors like balayage, highlights, and fashion colors. Your fashion colors would be your pinks and your purples. This is my mannequin, Miss Susie here, and I'm going to demonstrate the balayage technique today to you on a shorter hairstyle. Now, because her hair is so short, I'm only going to show you using the pieces of the top, because generally your clients who want a balayage technique are going to have the longer, more curly, kind of lustrous hair than the shorter cuts that are like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our comb. I like to use a wide tooth comb because it's less damaging to the hair, and I'm just going to brush the hair completely out. You want to make sure the hair is free of any kind of tangles or anything like that. Next, I'm going to ask the client where they part. The client parts right here. I'm going to be mindful of this part and to keep things going that way. So, we're going to take this like this. Now, I want to leave some front pieces out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to section off the front. So we're just going to take some hair. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to grab a clip. This is a butterfly clip. And we're just going to clip the hair out of the way. This should be about your part. Now, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Grab another clip, like this. And now you have two partings. So we're going to start at the top here, and I'm going to show you one way to do the technique. So this client wants to go lighter with the balayage technique, which is the most popular way for clients to use the balayage technique. However, this client is already light, so she could go darker with the balayage technique, but today I'm going to be showing you the more popular lightening method. So I'm going to turn this around so you can see. Now, in this bowl, we have lightener already all mixed up. We're going to take our brush. This is a rat tail comb brush like this. Put a little bit of product on it. You don't want it to be saturated completely on the brush, but you do want to have enough that you can see what you're doing. So I'm going to take a small section right through the hair like this. Now, this is still a little too thick. So I'm going to take another section. Like so. What I'm going to do is I'm then going to grab a foil. Now, you don't have to put anything down. However, I like to put things down because then I can really see. And for the sake of this video, that way you can see a little better too. I'm going to push the foil up to the root. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint. So, feathering the top and going down, I'm going to create a V. It doesn't have to be a perfect V, but you should definitely have higher on the ends than you do in the middle. I'm going to feather the middle a little so we don't get a harsh line of demarcation. Now that the hair is nice and saturated, I'm going to fold our foil a few times. And this is a little awkward to do one-handed. So, like so here. And I'm just going to keep folding up until I get to the top. And then I'm going to fold our foil in. Now, we're going to take another section here. Same thing, put a little product on the brush. Grab your section here. We're going to go right on top of where we just were. I'm going to take my clip. And I'm going to reposition. Pull some more hair out. Take another section here. This is nice and thin, so we can stick with this. We're going to grab another foil. We're going to lay this down. And we're going to paint again. So, grabbing that foil, keeping it nice and tight to the root. This time we're going to do a W. So, high, high, high. You should have, now it's not going to make a perfect W, but just imagine in your head that you're drawing letters on the hair. And here you can see that W. We're going to make sure the hair is nice and saturated. And again, we're going to fold our foil up. So we're going to fold this up all the way to the top, like this. Now, we're going to move to the front. So, one thing that I really love to give clients and that they seem to really like is what they call a money piece. So, the money piece is where it comes to the top in the hair and you can really see the lightness. So, I'm going to comb this out again, and instead of putting this in a foil, I take our lightener here and I just brush very closely to the hairline. And you're going to come all the way down like so. Really saturating the hair. Now, this was just a basic way to show you how a balayage service may be taken about. Balayage basically means to paint the hair. Your hairstylist, or as a hairstylist yourself, you may go about this in many different ways. The desired effect is a natural gradient effect of lightness to the bottom, or to add some darkness or warmth in through the top of your hair if you're already naturally very light. This client is going to end up with a very light pieces around the hair, and the lightness would be towards the bottom of the head. I hope you enjoyed this and I hope you learned something today.